Game source offline. What do you mean? Oh no.
No.
Source offline. It's good.
Good. Phew. Pop say.
Alright, welcome everyone to the Tier 5 Russian Grand Prix. I'm here with Kopi. We've got a full grid tonight, which is always nice. And an exciting championship battle. So, Kopi, why don't you take us through the standings and what they're looking like at the moment?
So at the moment we've got Taylor Butt was leading the championship by over double second place, which belongs to Active Wolf with 34. We've got Jay in third with 27 points. So the top two already have just disappeared from the standings already. You've got SRK Orbit on 20 points. You got Ghost in 19. Dego with 18. Flair with 16. Chizu in 15. Chili Man with 15 as well, so that's close. Aaron on 14. You got JJ on 12, and then we go into single digits with Rambo having 4. Jane having 2. MX having 2. And then Tingy Fishy, Nemesis, Studios, Devil, Lamb, and Not Maldonado all having 0. Let's see if they can get a point scoring race.
You also have to remember that Active Wolf had a race ban for the first race.
Yeah, he's done pretty good.
He lost a lot of points to Taylor.
I think Taylor's on.
He needs a win here today.
He's done 4 wins in a row, has he not? Because you have to count Bahrain.
No, active won last race. I think Taylor got second.
So he was 3. Here we are into qualifying.
Are any other cars coming out?
I don't know at the moment. I'm gonna just get rid of my interval real quick.
Wait. Am I seeing drips of rain, or am I seeing something else in like the bottom right of my screen? Something's like dripping,
that's the wall. Yeah, the wall's a bit of a glitch.
That's just flashing.
It seemed to be IFC Tate coming out first. You see,
I think it would be rude not to watch the championship leader.
Yeah, it's not like that. We see the Mercedes now of SRK Orbit coming out. From that moment onwards, I can't see anyone else. XM Designs just joined when every sheet is full.
Oh yeah, XM. Did you invite XM Design back?
I did not.
The pole time we saw from Mr. Meme Guy in Tier 6, I believe, was a 131.3. Is that correct?
No, I think it was actually a 132.420.
What quality did I watch then?
Some quality.
Oh, I thought it was a 131.3.
I can't remember. He might have gone quicker. I didn't get to see all the qualifying.
Anyway, we're gonna see. Taylor is on. He's probably.
Ooh,
like
the 2 Red Bulls are out together. Tip it in a way.
It's quite cute.
Not even Tate and JJ anymore.
Hysterical. He was the man who was on course for the win in Imola before he crashed going through the second chicane on the last lap of the race. So that must have been heartbreaking for him, and he's back in a different car. He's in a Red Bull today. He's reserving for me. Oh, how has he managed that first?
I think you might have had a race ban. No, not a race ban. I think he had a quality ban.
Yeah, but he might have. But it's weird. I don't know why he wouldn't just retire. He's got himself disqualified.
No, I think that the drivers are now officially been told to disqualify themselves. It gives an unfair advantage to people who are an F below them.
Should we ride on board, or should we watch from the TV cams of Taylor's first lap?
Let's ride TV cam.
Okay, he's gonna come on the last corner. This corner, the last corner, is very, very important for the whole lap. It is effectively a corner of the lap, as it is very important you get a long run on this incredibly long pit straight. As you're carrying about 200 miles an hour all the way down to turn 1, you can brake incredibly late. Think if you want to be maximising the time, you want to get all across the curb on entry. It's only his first lap. He's playing it safe. Takes a very tight line around the kind of mock turkey full apex turn. Oh, right on the limits of the track there. Nicely done from Taylor. He's going to brake down to 3rd gear on the throttle nice and early. It's got a lot of very similar like 90-degree corners. We've got to hit quite a flat apex, and there's a very unsettling curb. Same with this one here. This can ruin your lap if you hit this wrong. I think he takes it nicely. Doesn't use all the track, but it's a very tidy lap so far, braking down to the 2nd DRS zone.
Okay, while he's on the DRS, sorry to interrupt, you see the two McLarens working together, and I've had info. The race is going to be wet after 15 minutes.
Is a wet race. Oh, but
it's going to be dry at the beginning.
I think it's
going to start to pour it down after 15.
Now it'll be interesting. I wonder if anyone will raise their wing a bit for that. Maybe their rear wing.
Well, hang on. How many laps are in Russia? I still don't know this.
27 laps.
So it would only have around 12. You would have what? 7 laps, 8 laps in the dry, and then you've got to do the interval. You've got
15 minutes. 131.6 banker for Taylor. That seems quite strong to me. Well, I'm not sure.
I'm not going to lie to you also. Yep. You've got to think though of the wet to dry to wet change, so that means there's still going to be time for a wet track but soft tyres.
Yeah, that is true. Which is why I'm thinking, I don't know how long softs go around here, as SLK Orbit does a 32.6, but surely they don't do more than 10 or 11 laps.
Let's see the two McLarens. Active goes P2, JJ goes P5. Pretty good there from Active.
JJ was compromised by the dirty.
He was saying in our academy chat, he can go a lot quicker. On time trial, he set a 1:30.9. So did Taylor, in all fairness. Apparently. So.
I know. I've talked to Active a bit, and he said this is his favourite track.
So we saw MX1 go
3rd. Yep, we have Westy, the tier 6 leader. In tier 5, test himself against a slightly higher caliber of driver. Hits that curve on the apex, not optimal. Unsettles the car, makes it harder to get on the throttle. But we're going to see what I don't think he had the best of races, or he definitely didn't have the best of qualities in tier 6, so he's going to want to redeem himself here.
We still grabbed some points in the tier 6 race.
Oh, okay.
We came on
deep into that corner.
Who's this that we just saw come past? I think, yeah, that was JX CVR going 3rd.
JX CVR going 3rd, but Wolf and Taylor, the 2 championship protagonists, over half second clear for the rest of the field so far. Westy comes around to the final corner. Oh, taking a lot of that curve, not optimal, is a 32.9, not his best lap. As who shall we watch?
He goes gone 8th. See no name change. I think this is hysterical coming around the corner though. Oh, spinner!
Oh, no
spinner,
wing,
spinner,
a wing ripped
dinner.
off the front of Hysterical's car.
Who is this next? Mini Devil. He's in Baldet. It's the two McLarens yet again.
I think they're pitting, aren't they?
Oh, Active. Oh, the double stacking. Not sight you like to see. However, you got the 2 Alpines.
Oh, well, it's quality. I don't think it matters that much, to be honest.
MX1. Let's have a look. Yeah. Doesn't improve. Oh, he does improve his time. He goes 4th.
4th. Anyway, as I was saying, with the wet race, obviously I don't know the tyres very well. I haven't practiced for my race yet, but I suspect that it won't be necessarily particularly easy to get the softs, which you've used in quali, all the way to the wet conditions, which might give someone starting P11 on a set of fresh mediums a big advantage, as Aaron matches the front 2's time of a 31.6, puts himself right in contention for pole. Haas rounding the penultimate 2 corners here. It's clean, but he's going to want to carry a lot more minimum speed than that, and he's about 9/10 off the pace.
Who shall we watch now? I think
Shizu.
Taylor's going out. I think it's probably because Aaron has scared him with his time at the moment, so I don't think he can be a safe time.
We'll watch Taylor when he goes on his lap, but I think Taylor was probably always back.
P4, 32.11. Coming up, it is CKC Dogan. What time can he set? At the moment, from this angle, it looks to be a 133. 2.2 even, sorry.
So
Keep on misjudging the last corner first time.
Similarly, can't really get near the front 3.
This is the issue with Russia. It's either you want to be like the top 2, otherwise it's going to be a guaranteed carnage behind you.
Another thing is that P1 is just punching a massive, even on this game where slipstream is quite minimal, you are just punching a massive hole in the air for P3 and P2. Whoever slots in behind you, you are so vulnerable going down into T2. Of course, T1's a stupid little kink, but...
Well, hang on, let's have a look at JXCVR here. He can potentially... Oh, he was 1/10 up on his time.
But maybe he's running out of fuel, or maybe
he
knows he can go a lot quicker on a new set of tyres. Shall we watch Taylor, the pole sitter at the moment?
Go on,
coming down into turn 2. Again, chooses to stay... Oh no, he goes on the curve this time. Fairly clean, but not massively aggressive. Feel he's leaving a bit on the table, maybe for his final run. Hugs it nice and tight, not risking the invalidation. A bit of understeer there, drops down into 4th, or be a sector 1 split. He's a 10.5 or so up on his time. Takes that nicely, no risk of an invalidation there. This corner's nice, he takes that very nicely. Carries a lot of speed here, this corner. Just misses the apex, it means he's running out wide the whole time. He gets on the gas, opens the DRS. He coming down to the sector 2 split. See what he is up on his time, as Active Wolf is also about to start his lap. Or matched his personal best 2nd sector. Spots the braking zone nicely. This part is really difficult. Rear of the car, always wanting to escape you, even on medium traction. Spots that apex nicely down into 2nd gear, very low gearing for him. Personally wouldn't choose, maybe use auto gears. Up into 7th, braking down into penultimate corner. As he'll come across the line for a 31.5, barely improves. Couple hundredths in it. But Active Wolf is now on his lap, braking down into turn 1. Spots the apex, stays away from the sausage curb. He's it close to the left hand side. Yeah. Very tight line from Active there. Slightly different approach. He gets on the brakes earlier than Taylor and is able to not understeer so much, but he is down on his sector 1 time by a few hundredths, right on the limit of the track there. He needs to find about a 10th to match Taylor's lap. Oh, right on the limit of that curve there, that could have spat him out. Oh, and that is an invalidation. He was kind of caught in the middle of a track there, if you saw Cope. He didn't go all the way to the right to come back across, and that's what cost him.
Yeah, he tried to think of keeping a tighter line and not sticking to the racing line.
Yeah,
to keep
watch
the pace around the corner.
Who's on the lap?
Ferrari coming across the line, I think. That's CK.
No, he's going into the pits.
Alfa and Mayo, they're both on laps, so it's either one of them. It's going to be Mini Devil. Mini Devil, what are they looking at right now? More likely to be a 133.4 maybe. 133.8.
Was it invalid? I didn't appear up on the board.
It might have been bad last corner.
Now, Nemesis has been struggling the past couple of races. He had a very strong first race, didn't he? If I'm correct.
Well, Taylor's gone across the line. He's gone quicker. He's going quicker.
Oh!
Taylor, 131.3.
131.3, but he has put 2 hot laps on those tyres, hasn't he?
I guess he might have had a slipstream factor, maybe.
Maybe, but no, I'm thinking more for the race. He is putting himself at somewhat of a disadvantage, especially if he's going to try and make these wet conditions.
I don't think he must. I don't think he watches the real life Russia races because P2 is probably one of the best positions, or even P3.
But
You can just slip behind first.
3 attempts clear, giving himself a lot of breathing room. Whereas Issue Active Wolf has decided to go for a fresh set. He doesn't want excessively worn rubber. Shall we watch Aaron here? P2 starting his lap. Why don't you take us through this one, Kopi?
Alright then, he's gonna slam it into. He's gonna. Oh god, here we go. He's going to go into turn 1, he's going to activate the DRS, he's going to try and clip the right apex just a slight touch. Don't want to turn too much to keep all the speed. He's going to be braking late into turn 3, but trying to just clip the apexes so he gets the right speed to turn. We keep it to the tight to the left-hand side, braking also quite deep into left-hand side, cutting the apex onto turn 5. He's going to keep it hopefully close to the wall just before turn 6 to get the best speed he can through the corner. The thing is about Russia, you've always got to think you have to stick to the walls if you want the best time.
Yeah, he was about 700ths down on his personal best sector 1. But you know, he may have made mistakes later in the lap, so he's still pushing. So he wouldn't be pushing unless he was confident he could improve. Keep it clean. Don't want to lose it. Don't want to put the power on too early here. He broke too early there. As JXCVR goes P2, a couple hundreds quicker than Aaron as he comes through sector 2 split, and he is still not up on his time.
This is the thing though, that Aaron loses time in sector 3. Especially the corner that he's just gone through, it throws a lot of people off.
That was very clean.
In Russia, you need very big balls to dive on people, in sector 3 especially.
And he is not confident he can improve, so he's going to go put his last set of tyres on.
Let's have a look at Mr. Giggle. 9/10 up. Even second up, pretty much.
Yeah, but he's 9/10 up on a 34.6.
He spun, I think he spun at the last corner there.
33.6. Still lost. But like, okay, there you go.
Mini devil there.
He obviously wants to start on the mediums, but you might as well go on the softs and try get P12 or 11, then be on the mediums and start in P17. Hasn't really.
Let's have a quick look at Mini Devil now coming across the line.
Oh,
32.5.
As someone just beat who to beat?
Oh, they go 7th with 32.
And Chizu 31.3. Couple hundredths off of pole here, and Active Wolf is on his lap. Do we watch this?
Active starting the lap again. I would say let's watch the Ferrari of Nemesis. He's coming across the line. He was invalid. However, we can watch Alpine driver, not Lamriel, MX1, goes 7th. Oh, was that a Mini Devil spun?
Oh, spun. Will this hamper Active Wolf's lap as he rounds, coming through to the sector 1 split? Similarly, a few hundredths down. Maybe he just had a very good sector 1 on his banker, but he's struggling to improve through it. And his lap, which seems strong, has now dropped him down to P5, with others improving. As Taylor's on his out lap, Aaron's on his out lap.
Ooh, bum cuts out.
Oh, retired in P11. Looks like Chizu won't be setting another lap, as there is a car in front. He's not really getting much of a slipstream off it. And he's going to come through the sector 2 split. Almost a 10th down on his time. That would see him up into P3, but he's not really challenging for pole at the moment with these kind of times. Which, at his favourite track, he definitely wants to be doing. Comes through very off-camber section. Takes a bit too much curve there. Approaches the penultimate corner. 290-degree rights. Going to chuck it in. He takes that very nicely. And this last one, really difficult to get the balance. And it's a 31.3. That is pole by 1,000th of a second for Active Wolf. But Taylor will be doing another lap, and he is starting it right now.
No!
Oh,
Taylor got an invalid.
He got a Vissa next. Oh, and you can see he is fuming at himself. Vissa next lap for Taylor. Who it is now really only Aaron who looks like he could take away this pole position for Active Wolf.
I'm going to say this now, apparently Chizu's P3 on a wet setup.
That is impressive, but
I'm going to be honest with you, from 6th to 7th, where you can see the massive gap drop, like the time drop, I think they're all the wet setups past then. Potentially.
But I feel like the wet setups are going to suffer quite a lot at the start of the race. Let's watch Aaron's lap. This is Active Wolf's. I don't want to count anyone off, but so far from this quali session, This seems like his last contender for pole. As oh wait, our timer might be very wrong. I didn't think about that.
I don't think so, no, because we would. Oh, Chizu retires in the pits. I think that's they think that's
Dogan is being quite distracting on this lap for Aaron. I would not be very happy if I was Aaron. He's just
but I think it's
I guess he's a bit pressed on time.
Ooh, he might be getting a slip ready for the DRS straight.
Potentially. So is Taylor going to get another lap?
I think he might. If yeah, he's going to get another lap by a mile.
As Active Wolf pits, his quali is done. Taylor coming round to start his final lap.
Start his lap now.
Shall we'll ride on board with Taylor here. Oh no, we'll watch from the TV, it's a bit more majestic.
I'll watch, okay, not all, but I will have a quick peek at
Watch
Mr.
Aaron and JXCVR are the ones who could also do something.
I'll quickly watch Nemesis as, oh, he's starting a lap.
Okay.
Oh, Aaron, I just saw, I got a glimpse of it. Purple Sector 2 was that?
Mini Devil's retired. His work here is done. Active Wolf will not be playing a further part of his qualifying. Taylor through the Sector 1 split. Half a tenth down. He only needs a couple fouls. Oh, there's a stricken car there. That's definitely distracted him. Stricken car right on the exit of that turn.
Oh, goes up to P4.
Left-hander. Aaron.
I think he's gonna go again. I think he's got the pattern. No, he doesn't. He's on very flashing. Never mind.
Aaron, is that his final position?
Yeah, it's quali is finished. I think. Taylor 0.046 up into the Sector 3 split now. What is it? It's an it's not
200ths up, so he needs to match his best Sector 3 to get pole position here. So we're going to ride on board with his last sector. Braking. Got to spot his apex. That was clean. This one a little bit wide. Gets on the power. As he rides down towards the penultimate corner. Get on the brakes. Chucks it in. What's his final braking zone? Now he's just got to stamp on the power. And it is pole by a tenth of a second for Taylor. JXCVR is going to cut out.
Yeah, I've got to say we can't cut out this JXCVR.
Comes around the last corner. And that is pole! 200ths of a second.
You got to remember, we can't take out everyone. This is probably one of the most equal tiers, in my opinion.
Okay, well, Nemesis is coming around the last corner. Ran out of deployment. I don't know if that's normal. For a 31.9, did he improve? No. That's hysterical. Goes P6.
Rodigan. 9/10 up.
Is he actually? No, he's invalidated, Westy.
Oh,
not Westy. Kopi. Sorry. I think that's quali over. Everyone's either checkered flag or going slow.
Flair's gonna come across the line now.
So, an intense quali session. JXCVR takes it by 15 thousandths of a second.
Westy, I'm just gonna point that out. He's probably in one of the best positions.
P11 for Westy. He's
the fastest of the three tyre choice.
He can start on a fresh set of mediums, and if he gets a little bit lucky with the rain, he will be in a net P1. Just needs to be a little lucky with the timing. Needs it to be about 20 minutes out at the start of the race, and that is absolutely perfect for him.
I don't know if Rodigan's going to realise this, but he's shredding his tyres for the race. He's been doing tons of
I don't think that was his fastest set. So the set he set his fast lap on probably wasn't that set. I mean, it might have been. I just assume it wasn't. But no, also with a strong quali.
Hopefully, this is not going to be the only non-glitch lobby.
Oh god.
Let's hope so.
Yeah, obviously, I have good faith for this lobby. Wherever
Dego, unfortunately, the only one to actually set a proper quali time on the mediums. But the disadvantage was he was 8/10, not even 8. He was pretty much 9/10 off.
Without doubt, he might have been last anyway with the softs, but yeah, don't see the point of.
No, it doesn't look good for the Alpine today. Or having 12 and 17.
I mean, 12 isn't a bad position, but the pace isn't exactly inspiring.
Whereas McLaren, on the other hand, I know they've got one in 18th. Was it? Or was it 18th? Yes.
I think 31 for the tier 6 pole time because we've got a 31-1 here. So.
It's still going to be interesting what the tier 1 is going to be like. That's for sure.
Do not expect me to be anywhere this week. This is my least favourite track, and it is the. Why is Lamray on it?
Isn't it? Isn't one like? Oh yeah, you can definitely see it's going to be eventually from the weather.
think it will be interesting to see. Yeah, look at the clouds. It'll be interesting to see if people think they can stick it out on their softs, or if we're going to see some early pits to a second set of softs to kind of like you know, because if they believe that the current softs won't make. Oh, I didn't do an end of short quali thing. There's like a fuel for that thing.
Oh well.
Never mind.
Sorry,
He's probably crying about it, but
yes. Oh well. So actually, I'm gonna ask you this now. What are your predictions for the podium? Because obviously in Russia you can have a very mixed podium from qualifying.
Do I have to say just who's on it or the positions?
You don't need some positions, just
Okay.
saves on it, if I'm honest.
I mean, the pace of the top three in that quali were hard to bet against, but I feel an outside chance of a Westy podium here.
I know, definitely, we're probably going to see Taylor up there, if I'm honest with you. Active, he seems strong. It just depends on how people's race paces are compared to everyone else.
Also, JXCVR from nowhere has a really strong lap. Over a tenth faster than Active Wolf, who we said was one of the strongest people coming into this race.
You also got to think about this top 5, hard Shizu, all the different academies.
True. I mean, and Chizu's done very well himself because he's using a wet setup. So, how much will that compromise him in these dry conditions? We shall see. I'm sure people will see some front wings being put up when that rain does fall. We'll see some diff being dropped and some brake bias being moved back. Maybe it won't. Maybe people don't know about that here. Surely they do, right? Do you do that when it's wet?
Not really.
If it ever goes dry to wet, tip. Put your front wing up. Put your diff down. Unless you actually, if you're using medium traction, it doesn't matter. But move your brake bias back a bit as well. If it's not already at 50.
I can tell someone's going to be clipping that and saying it's just going to be Captain Aiden's wet advice.
This is from, I'm not very good at the wet. But, there's no but. There's no but to that. There's no second point. Anyway.
You're not good in the wet, but that's advice from a tier 1 driver. So I think anyone in tier 5 would take advice from a tier 1 driver.
There is yet to be moisture in a tier 1 race this season. It's been bone dry all 3 races. I think. Unless I'm forgetting something. You had any rain in your races, Koku?
No.
Did you do tier 3 Imola?
I did not do tier 3 Imola. I commentated tier 3 Imola.
Oh, right, okay.
Wait, no, I didn't. I couldn't do it, and then.
Sorry, I didn't know. I always have a stream on in the background muted, so I never know who's commentating.
I'm trying to think now. Race 1. What was race 1? Australia? No, it didn't rain.
Aussie.
Round 2 was USA. No, that didn't rain for sure. Round 3, Imola. No, it didn't rain. Tier 1 the same as tier 4.
Wow.
Except I'm pretty sure tier 4's had a lot more arguments.
I
And it
wouldn't say
looks
that.
to be,
I wouldn't
this
say
time,
that.
no one's been knocked off the grid.
Wow. That doesn't even happen in any tier, let alone tier 4,
It's happened.
5. Which one are we doing?
We're doing tier 5.
Right, thank you.
It's happened in tier 4 and it happened in tier 6 previously, but then it fixed itself.
Alright, here we go. Lined up on the grid. We've got a really awful camera angle for this. Can we get a better camera angle, please?
Just go back onto it.
Cars revving up, 5 lights out, away we go.
Just go.
Looks like a strong start for JXEVR. Also a strong start for Aaron, a slow one for Active Wolf. As he's dropped down to P5. JXEVR is clear of the lead, but look at the slipstream. Oh, I think it was Active Wolf getting pushed a bit wide there. But in the braking zone,
Taylor nearly looked around the outside there.
Taylor tries to hold around the outside.
Taylor's going to try and take the lead by turn 3, and he's already done that.
He was far back there, but he made it work. JXCVR was very respectful of the space he gave. Mini Devil has dropped down to last.
Active's going to look around the outside of Aaron here. Can he fit him?
Oh, it's 3 wide.
Hysterical's out of nowhere.
Hysterical got a 5-second for corner cut. He must have done a bit of a madness. Aaron up to P3. Very strong start from Aaron. Westy has suffered big time. If we look at the position changes. Big wins. Oh, as
Aaron
Nemesis has retired, and Aaron is dropping places.
Active's just gone down the inside of Aaron here, and it's a virtual safety car by lap 1.
See, Aaron was P3 there literally 10 seconds ago, and he lost 2 positions in the space of 1 corner. As Nemesis has Binned it.
Well, I think right now Kelsey is going to be on his tippy toes because it's already a Williams 2-3.
Very strong start for the Williams outlet. But that's exactly what Taylor needed.
Pretty much all Westies drivers are bunched up together. But second and third, 12th and 13th, 15th and 18th.
JXCVR was very respectful. But in my opinion, he did not have to give Taylor that much room because he was clear of him in the braking zone. And Taylor just kind of just poked his nose in.
I think they're going. Oh, I've just realised. Taylor.
Pits.
He's
4 of them in the pits. Taylor's underfueled.
You see,
Is that underfueled or like equal fuel?
Taylor's
That
underfueled,
means, like,
Hysterical's underfueled.
I think it just means you're like on around 0. I don't think it means nothing. It doesn't mean under. It's
No,
red if it's under.
Zero means like yellow 0.
Yeah, so it's 0. It's not under. It's like equal. Anyway, they are back under racing. 5 of them have dived into the pits.
McLaren's double stacked, and unfortunately Rambo was the worst one out of the 2.
Oh, the Astons. I think it's the McLarens. Sorry. Hysterical got a 5-second penalty for cutting a corner, but he's now P6.
Can we talk about that restart on Taylor? He's already nearly created the gap of 1 second.
He has, but JXCVR seems to be holding that gap quite strong, and the DRS is incredibly powerful here just because it's so bloody long down that pit straight. 9 tenths. Yeah, look, JXCVR is using the battery here just to try and stay with him. 8 tenths. The top
Taylor's
5
on
here.
last. Taylor's just trying to use it to defend.
Yeah, no. Well, he's trying to use it to break. He's not really defending. He's trying to use it to break the DRS is what he's trying to do. Because he knows that DRS is really strong and he needs to break it. He wants a chance to be able to pull away and extend his lead before these wet weather conditions hit. But the top 5 seems to be in a league of their own in terms of pace, already dropping P6 by 2 seconds. As the predicted pit stop strategy will be fairly useless.
Alpine's out at MX, sorry.
Oh, can we not have another save? Can we just go? Oh, fuck's sake. That's
not good
is
from-
out. Now,
Basically, me and you are both in the mud, except for one of my drives and 2 of yours, 3 of yours.
one of mine's P5.
I've got-
one of yours is P4.
I've got 1 in P4, you've got 1 in P5, 8, 10. I've got 1 in 13th,
Yeah, but I just won the tier 6 race, so like,
11th.
it's all good. It's all good.
Mm.
I got like 1st and 4th or something. I need to check how Stonks is doing. For BLT. Anyway, JXCVR needs to
Did you ever get
careful
that in
with
the end, by the
Delta.
way?
Sorry?
Did you ever become BRT Ian?
I am in BRT now. Anyway,
Ooh, congrats.
drive through for Hysterical. Speeding under the VSC.
It's already gone, it's away or away.
They are away.
Jake's got a bit of a better
JXCVR
start then.
has got a good start. Minimise the loss to Taylor.
I think we might see Aaron getting active on this.
And
now.
look,
Okay,
DRS is
because
already
Aaron-
here. He's got DRS. So, we're not going to be pushing on
DRS
this
train
straight.
forward,
He's 7
shit,
back.
shit, he doesn't know.
Oh, man,
I mean,
what
you've got Taylor's now at the end of this.
Look how close
No,
Aaron
you
is.
just go round the outside of Active Wolf. Active has to
Oh,
leave
very
the
late
space.
on the brakes. Just about keeps it on track, but he has to slow so much. Active is able to nip back past him.
Top 5, you can just tell. There's a chance we could go 4 wide for this main straight here.
Look, JXCVR, it's about 8 tenths back. It's got 90% battery to Taylor's 60. Taylor's really been using to try and brake, but it is kind of a futile
I
exercise.
feel like the Williams are going to work. I'm sorry to do it. I feel like the Williams are going to because if JX ahead, he's going to defend from Taylor.
Hysterical gets a 5-second for speeding to go into his drive-through. It could not be going much worse to Hysterical, man. Look at the power of the DRS here. He was about 9 tenths back before his straight, and he's got it down to 3 tenths. So you think he gained about 6 tenths, and he only used about 12% battery. Just shows how strong it is here. And look, Active and Aaron almost dropping the DRS here. They need to start pushing. Active is dropping the DRS.
I'm going to say this now from my 2. It seems to be that Russia gives off Brazil DRS vibes. You pretty much in a DRS train the whole entire way.
Yeah, I mean, there are a lot of tracks like that. Some tracks, like...
H-Same goes fastest.
Yeah, fresh set of stuff. Oh, JXCVR runs wide. That is most likely a penalty. Is anyone else close, or is it we're just going to be watching this top 5? As Active Wolf has climbed back into the DRS, as have Aaron, which is crucial just before this. Oh, it did. As Active Wolf has not got it. And he's using a lot of battery to try and get back in, but he's not got the DRS right now. JXCVR, will he be going for the lead? Down into, I don't know what turn this is. Oh, He's going to be...
Oh, Chizu,
Chizu.
really wide.
Chizu way too
Now
long
I
with
think
brakes
this
there.
is all going to be the strategy now.
But JXCVR has taken the lead.
Defend.
But Chizu's
I
out of
think
the
he
DRS.
is. I think JX is going to defend. Look how slow he's going. He's parked himself on the apex perfectly.
He was going slow to get Chizu back in the DRS. Very intelligent.
Aaron and active right now.
And active must have made a mistake because he's lost a lot of time to Chizu here. And he's going to be a sitting duck on this straight.
Oh, you can see JX now swerving, just trying to break it.
This will be an easy overtake for Taylor. And it should be an easy overtake for Aaron. Taylor takes the lead of the race as Aaron takes P4. You can see in the background there. Nice shot. Thank you, cameraman. It made it a lot easier. As Taylor retakes the lead of this race. And Aaron is going to be desperately pushing. Oh, are they going to go side by side for it? No, sorry. Aaron needs to start pushing to try and catch the front three here. JXCVR is following Taylor so closely. They seem so matched in pace.
Yeah, he gets the buses up.
Flair. Oh no, it's a ghost car. Oh, he's following really closely here. Is that a go? No. We are going to see Popple. DRS open, half a second behind Erdogan, as they're going to be probably about side by side coming down into turn one here. Is he going to go for the move? He is going to go for the move. Tries to send it down the inside. Runs Erdogan out of room, who cuts the corner. Is he going to be able to hold
around the outside of Erdogan here? Can he hold it though? It looks like he is.
Using the ERS through the long right-hander. Oh, is he going to go side by side? Koppel going very wide there. Needs to get cut back across. Is he still going to try to go the inside? Active has spun. So has Aaron.
I think they might have collided.
Must have been an incident.
He got himself into P5. He's the fastest of the medium runners.
Now
this is seriously the top three having a battle now.
It looked to me as if what's the turn number? Where just the back DRS straight, because they must have gone side by side there.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
I don't know. He's
14.
using a lot of ERS here. He doesn't need to. He's got JXCVR is really wasting ERS here. Look how clear he is, and he's still using. Wasted about 10% ERS there, but he takes the lead nonetheless, ahead of Taylor, as we go on to lap 6. Have you done any practice of this trap, Kopi? Do you have any idea when these tyres fall off? Any idea when the tyres... oh, rain!
If I'm honest,
rain.
Ooh, yes.
Rain
it's literally becoming the IRL race.
It's a bit earlier, but...
Are we going to see McLaren bin it?
Well, we already did. We saw him bin it, but it was a bit too early. He didn't read the script.
Marcus predicted it. Marcus predicted. He said, "Are we going to see another Brit bottling it?" Yes, plastic, but he's still got J6.
And
he's right. He's side by side with XM Design here.
How wet?
Backs off.
How quickly will it get wet? Because what I'm thinking is, it's a bit. Oh, big moment for JXCVR. I'm thinking, it's a bit of like kind of hot potato with the lead, because you can overtake so easily here. But at some point, DRS will be disabled.
When DRS disabled, with my signal is once DRS is disabled, it's time to pit.
Yeah, but you want to try, like, if you just go past, you need to try and judge the conditions, and like, because if you gotta, it's not always exactly right. Sometimes you need, and it's not always the same. And also you got to think, maybe double stacking. Is it worth it?
If I'm honest with you, I think it'll probably get wet by lap 12. But obviously, since it's raining, the track temperature is going to drop, so tyre wear is obviously going to be less.
The rain does look very light. I had a race at Imola where it was raining for about 5-6 laps, and it was so light that the softs were still, the dries were still quicker than the inters by quite a bit. As he does not get the move done on the straight, he is going to be stuck behind. Oh, as they're going to go side by side.
Westy and XM here. Quite close.
Westy looks like he's skating about a lot. It looks like it's falling a lot harder in sector 3 to me, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's being... Ooh, yeah, Westy is losing a bit of traction on the mediums.
Will we see people pit? Let me go on to the
let's have a look. What's Aaron got? Aaron's gone on the mediums. Has he? Or is he even in his pit yet?
No, he's on mediums. Oh, fuck, I've got rid of everything. What am I doing? There we go. As Chizu has got past JXCVR, was that a tactical switch by the McLaren Giro, or is there a bit of a mistake?
I guess so, maybe, yeah, because then he's got 2 times DRS, so if he gets past Chizu on this, he's still got Taylor DRS for the next one.
Maybe.
Oh, penalties are coming in now, because the corner game. Hang on, sorry, Orbit, hysterical. There's Blair. We've also got Orbit and Active.
No, for the lead, Chizu, oh my god, Chizu, massive crash. Absolutely total the car. Instant with JXCVR. safety car will be coming out, and I'd be shocked if we don't see everyone diving.
I'm gonna look at that stream.
I just switched away because he said like hysterical, and I was like, oh, I'll go look at that, and I was like, oh wait, let me go back. And as I went back, we saw him absolutely slap the wall.
Oh!
I don't know.
I think something to be happening tonight in the Mercedes Academy.
Was that just a product of the slippery conditions, or was there an on-track incident?
I think that was contact. But we'll see. If JX has wing damage, that proves the point.
Oh no, Chizu says my own
staying
fault.
out?
Chizu said my own fault. Taylor takes the wing repair. This will give JX CVR the lead because he will not take a wing repair. And he will come out ahead of Taylor for the net lead in these intermediate conditions. And I would like to say that before people start thinking that was an incident, Taylor Chizu has admitted fault there, and he said that was my own fault.
Tango, it's Spain all over again. 2016 Spain.
Look, a few people have stayed out.
I think whoever stays out, I'm sorry, it isn't clever. Okay, Aaron
I think
stayed
everyone's
out.
pitting really.
And Aaron's stayed out and he slipped into the last corner.
Oh, Aaron, this was not the vibe. I don't know
Aaron,
the thought process
I think
here.
you've thrown your position straight into the bin.
Aaron, mate, I saw Lamb right
Lamb
now.
stayed out, but obviously Lamb's AI.
I don't want to be pessimistic, but I think you man are going to be lost.
Oh no, JJ's engineered to put him on the mediums. Happened again. This is what happened to him last time his tyres got absolutely bollocks.
Tickets are filling up in the server.
Oh god, already. I can't see that anymore, obviously, because you're sticking it to admin stewards.
Now, do we know if a forecast is just for inters? Like, the rain looks fairly heavy. Do you think we'll see
it's still into weather, because if it was heavy rain, it would be like CT
actually,
wet.
I think it's light and
if I'm honest with you, if Aaron Lamb, well, Lamb won't pit obviously, but Aaron and JJ pit again for inters, they will. I know they might lose something, but at least they'll be with the pack, and if them two have the pace, they can make the positions.
Chizu, seeing as you're in the race and you are no longer, does it go back to dry or is it wet for the rest of the race?
If I'm honest with you, I think it's going to be staying white for the rest of the race. Yeah, you can see Aaron, look at him, he spun, this is my point!
See, nothing, there is nothing in the tyres. And he did a Lando Norris, absolute catastrophic tyre choice error.
Oh no, hang on, Aaron.
Same for JJ Neat.
No, I think Aaron flared. They had to let Aaron pass.
Yep, but
yeah, Aaron's in.
Yep.
JJ is going to follow along.
Chizu has said at the end of a race it was scheduled to go to full wet. However, if it's only just for the end, it would most likely be faster to not pit and just stay on the inters, because the inters do kind of work in full wet conditions.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. In Hungary, Esteban Ocon just didn't pit.
Yeah, but like I made it. No,
JJ.
was...
Oh my God, no! JJ's engineers have just put another set of mediums on.
Again, JJ. Oh my God.
The only driver. He's on his old one as well. In all fairness, though, I have had reports from him that his wheel doesn't work at all. He only has the wheel and the pedals.
I have a lot of sympathy for that man. My wheel actively tries to kill me on a daily basis.
The wheel's not trying to kill him. The wheel killed itself, literally.
Oh.
As I said, he only has the wheel that works in the pedals. None of the buttons. So when he does overtake, he has to use his controller.
That's really funny. I had a period where I did that because one of my paddles broke. So I had to use a button for upshift, and then that button was overtake, and I used a button on my controller for it. And it worked.
But if you had toggle, you should have kept it as toggle. Whenever you shifted, you would have quicker.
Yes, I mean, you're not wrong.
It worked.
But alright, you know I got you probably don't remember, but in season 2 or 3 I got a podium at Brazil in tier 1, and that was me racing with the button shift. That was me with the...
I think I know.
It was a good race.
Brazil was
the whiskey
season
one.
3.
The whiskey one. No, Britain.
Britain. Oh. Oh yeah, I remember when I got robbed of my first win. Look, I can still remember to this day. Treason beat me by 0.038 because of penalties.
Oh, unlucky, man.
I know. I still won in Mexico though in the wet, so I'm still proud of that.
I'm yet to win. And it's
I've got a
looking more
pole
and
in
more unlikely.
I got a pole in Spain, and I got a win in Mexico, and I
I've
got
got a
3
pole or a
podiums,
win.
and they were it was Silverstone. It was.
Do you want a
Oh
street
yeah,
waffle,
JJ
Kofi?
drifting.
I've got a street waffles here. You want one?
I wish.
We're
I
gonna
might
have a lap at
I
least of
had
the
a
safety
packet of
car.
waters before. Yeah, JJ's in.
Oh.
Let's hope he actually goes for Inters this time.
Yeah, Mark, that's with the Jerry clip where he goes, P3, woohoo! Yeah, what are the penalties looking like? 6 seconds
I've got to
for Miguel.
admit, they put him on mediums again!
Can you not change it on his controller?
No, I don't think so. Oh, JJ Finit, change it on your controller. He literally swapped back to the mediums. He pitted
Yeah.
for brilliant.
He's just saving on tyre wear. Which means he doesn't have as much tyre. Oh my
He's about to
god,
pull it,
your
he's about to-
XCVR was insanely
Yeah.
close to the safety car there. That was terrifying.
I'm just oh yeah, we've obviously only got podium right now. Shillingman in 3rd. It's going to be interesting this race.
Oh yeah.
I can't speak today, if you can't tell. But I don't even have dyslexia, that's the thing. I can spell perfectly fine except when I'm walking, because people... My brain's just died today. I've had to do like a 1 hour essay writing in English, and it just completely shot me in my brain. So, neat reading's going to be quite bad for me. Except for the people I already know. Which I kind of know half the great. And Chili's binned it in a wall.
Oh, what? No, he was like P3. Oh dear.
He was P3. And now he's P.
Last. He's actually behind JJ. Oh no, he's not. He's only ahead of JJ Neat on the mediums, which really does not mean much. JJ Neat is genuinely struggling to keep with a safety car, Loki.
This is the
Let's watch him. This will be very entertaining. Oh, Seb car's inside, so we should probably watch the front.
Is it, in 2020, F1 2020, Jarno set the world record for Brazil on the wet, and then he just did a drifting lap straight after.
Oh,
I feel like this is going to be JJ the whole entire race.
Yeah, but not intentionally, more as like an accident.
Yeah.
Look
He's
at him
doing
go.
Michael Schumacher tyre warming now.
I don't think, it doesn't matter how warm those tyres are, I don't think they're going to be generating enough grip for you. 5 seconds for hysterical. I've never seen someone get so many
now
different
is somehow
penalties.
it's still slick weather. He just blasts past everyone. Or he breaks too late.
JXCVR slowing the pack
And
down.
if I'm honest, I don't think he can do anything because you know how the game sometimes chooses your tyre strategy.
JXCVR is
yeah,
gone.
he's drifting. Ooh, Chile to the pits. JJ's the pits. Let's see. Does he go on mediums or inters?
That is the question.
Guessing game.
Mediums.
I'm calling mediums.
Oh! Taylor goes very wide.
Yeah, we need to be watching this. You ready, JJ?
Come on, I don't care about the battle.
Mediums.
I want to see what tyres JJ goes on to.
Medium. He's on mediums.
He's not yet. He's on new medium. No, old mediums.
He's
He's
swapping back and forth to his
put
mediums.
himself on
Oh,
worse mediums.
hysterical!
Incident for hysterical. He was spun around, active up to P7, but he did just get a penalty. Gosgav goes a bit wide, following his front too closely. Viral
This way,
flare.
I feel like JJ's just going to exit the pits and just slam his bill to the left.
I mean, you've got to respect the
end his
commitment.
suffering.
He is still
Oh,
going.
I've just jinxed it. I've literally just jinxed it.
Did you event
He comes out the
intentionally,
pits and the car clips him to the left.
Actually, just do a U-turn and go back to the pits, JJ, honestly. Mate, don't just floor it! Gradual
what's
on
he
the
gonna do?
throttle, lad.
Well,
Oh my
I think
God.
that's
That car
JJ
is not
definitely in
stopping.
the pit.
I think his race is suboptimal at this point, that's for sure. Anyway,
Unless he wants to come on or... I've forgotten his name now. One of the esports drivers, I can't remember his name.
there's 19 others. Actually, there's more than 19 others, there's like 25.
Yeah. And then you got to count the Challenger Series. No, it's not them, it's...
Marcel Keeper?
No, it's like one that... Not Carsey knows. Not
Brendan Lee.
Brendan. No, not Brendan. forgotten one of the Williams ones, I think he is.
Alessio Di Cappa.
No.
Alvaro Caraton.
No, I don't know.
Whatever Sue Williams ones.
I don't know his, don't know his name. I'll see if I've got, I know I'm followed him, so I'll find him eventually.
Anyway,
Hurry up.
Taylor, quarter of a second behind. 2 tenths. Using a lot of battery here in the slipstream. Is he going to be close enough to go for a move? JXCVR was a lot more intelligent with his defense there. Kind of occupied the middle of the braking zone, gave him really no room to send it. Much more intelligent, as Taylor is really pushing the limit of the grips on these tyres compared to JXCVR 3. They're taking a lot more risk. They have dropped P3. It is now a 1 versus 1. It is a duel for the lead here. And it will be whoever can make the least mistakes. It's very hard to overtake on pure pace in these conditions, especially 2 drivers with such similar pace. But we will see who has the nerve, who has the racecraft. Tyres aren't really relevant. Everyone's on the same tyres except fucking.
Maybe I don't follow. I can't remember.
Sorry,
IFC hosted them. IFC hosted them at one point. I can't remember what his name was. He was in F2 cars drifting Monaco. What? I can't remember. Anyway, we're still active.
Active must have made a mistake on the exit, or he's just, I don't know, playing it very cautious. Oh, he goes into the back of Westy there. Westy looked to me like he broke quite early there. Obviously, it's quite a difficult braking zone. Fiero Flair's got past the Gosgav. Oh, it's the Gosgav!
Finally on the intermediates!
Oh, woohoo!
If it's a safety car, he's been saved. But at this rate, he's getting lapped.
The Gosgav is having major issues with Sector 3 here.
Are you ready for this? Hang on. Oh, Aiden, ready? And... JJ's been lapped.
Unlucky.
But he can't unlock himself. Remember, if it's a safety car, he'll be able to go past it, because I think two.
More battery being dumped here by Taylor, 2 tenths behind. Not going to go for the move there. Getting slowly frustrated, you feel stuck behind, looking at the rear wing of that Williams. He's got 14 more laps to make his move stick. Aaron, very close here with Koppel. After his incident, he is trying to fight back up into some high point scoring positions. You've got to think he's got a bit more pace than these people in front of him. Really revving out that engine.
Oh, his step was out.
Oh, his step was
on track.
He just retired on track by the looks of it to me. Look, his car's still moving. Which is... Yeah. That is against the rules, my friend. You cannot retire on track. Nifty!
Wait, no, it's a race car.
Hysterical, retired on track. Anyway. Please don't make a safety car.
Is this
good?
Wait, who's watching? Someone watching the
I'm
stream?
watching Aaron's caught up behind SRK Orbit and CKC Erdogan. All following it a couple of times. Oh, JJ retired. He managed to survive on the mediums in
just safety car. Yeah, he literally... You know what's funny? He bottled it exactly where Lando Norris did.
Oh, he did as well. But how did he survive all those laps on the mediums in these conditions, but he couldn't do it on the inters?
I guess because he's just not used to it. He wasn't
anyway,
used to the less
unless they have damage, I wouldn't expect anyone to pit because the tyre delta is so small on the inters that 4 laps of wear does nothing. So I expect all this to do is just to waste some time and bunch everyone up.
Oh, we'll see what we know. Yeah, CVR's in.
Why is he pitting?
No, it might be better to go for the inters now because it's a definite guarantee that they'll end.
No,
on a decent tyre.
The inters are immortal. You'll never die on the inters.
No, you want to know what's immortal? Koppel on hards are hungry.
Yeah, but it's also quite slow.
Didn't he do 36 laps or something?
Well, the race is only 35, so I'd be surprised if he did 36.
31, sorry. 31. Pretty much he became Paris.
I can't lie. Active and JXCVR here are like low-key throwing. Like, JXCVR has been very good this race. This was a very poor strategy decision.
It'll be funny now, you're saying they're throwing, and we'll see these on the podium. One, second, first.
If they do, it'll be the best race of their career. Or everyone bins it. I can't tell. But the tyre advantage is quite minimal. Even 5 laps on inters. Not going to be more than a couple tenths. And that is not enough to make a pass in these conditions. You have to be maybe even a second a lap quicker to be able to make a clean overtake here. We're in the wet conditions. I pulled that number out of thin air, but it's probably true. Flair is gassed with his P2. I'm also very happy with your P2, Flair. Keep it,
And
keep
the
it
P3
consistent,
and the
keep
P5.
it safe. Try not to battle.
We also talk about
Too
Orbit.
much.
He's made some positions.
Yeah, and I got my Ferrari on EMP.
Speaking about
P3.
positions, who's made the most? Dago and Rambo. Rambo has gone from last to 9.
You gotta respect that. Quali ban for Rambo, he's now in P9.
Dago was in P19.
You gotta respect that as
he
well.
went up.
And Dago's got no pens. So he's technically net P3.
Aaron's net P2.
Facts. Why are people overtaking on the safety car? Guys, the whole point of the safety car is
cheeky.
to not overtake. As Dago sends it down the inside of the XM side.
No.
Lads, can't. Oh my god, he's gonna get him.
Info
Jesus
for you
Christ.
here. JXCVR was an 8 man, this car pitted him.
Oh no! Why the f would it do that? Does it pit it? I've never known the AI to pit.
He might have pitted 1 lap early compared to his tyre strategy.
Nah, but like, in all the games I've played, I've never known my AI to pit me. Oh look, it looked like it was about to do it to someone there, and he just jumped out of AI. Did you see that?
Dago just faked it.
No, it was a Dogan. He looked like he was actually going for it, and then he backed. Maybe he was faking it, or maybe his AI sent him in and he panicked. That is incredibly unlucky for JXCVR.
Yes, the Mons are doing pretty good sticking together.
Yeah.
Nice.
They're having a strong showing, especially if Westy considering.
Westy at the
reserving
moment Westy at the moment is going to have a better tier 5 result than he is tier 6.
Don't know if he'll be happy or sad about that.
Obviously, some of the biggest losses are active in JXCVR, as you said. They've lost 9 positions, both of them.
Almost doing an entire packet of street waffles in this race, just because of how many safety cars we've had. But we've still got 15 running, to be fair. Like, that's a respectable number considering the conditions.
50. Okay, so pretty much it's been with the amount of drivers we have now is the amount of laps we've done.
Yeah, but I don't think it's going to be. It's not possible for it to stay that.
It'll be if someone Westy.
Westy, no!
I don't know if I'm honest with you. I think his wheel might have just disconnected.
Oh, Westy dog. Westy dog.
It's official now.
Dago
and Rambo.
How does Dago lost position?
He didn't. It was because XM's braking really late to make Dago go flying past him.
Maybe.
He's being cheeky.
I think Dago might have just got a track limits there, but just judging by how he went off track there. You can see the rain is definitely a lot heavier than it was just 5 laps ago. You could see how this could turn into full wets, couldn't you, quite easily? Wouldn't you say? Look at the spray coming off the back of the cars here.
Yeah. It could be. Jesus, Mark has definitely become my glasses. Man.
Flair says the rain is lightening up. Wait, rain is lighting up. That means there's less?
Oh no.
What's happened?
Batman's left. Or he's been kicked. I don't know.
Skyon?
Who knows? Yep, Skyle.
He was not kicked, he left of his own accord, I can confirm. Because I think he was a bit sad. Because there was someone making fun of him. Skyon gets baited quite easily and he gets quite angry because, oh, we're going to have to do another lap because Mini Devil's a million miles away from the pack. So we're going to have a, hopefully, if there's no safety cars,
Mini right now is acting, his name is describing his catching up to the...
Why is everyone switching positions?
Mini.
Lamrail's spun?
Actives in the pits, that's why.
Oh. I wonder why.
Pitting.
Well, okay, yes. But, you got damage, I think.
Active's pitting for a new front wing, he's got him play. Westy's out!
You were just retired in pits, right?
I've got an idea. We're gonna have a triple commentary box if he hasn't left.
He might be a bit sad.
We'll see, man.
Oh my god, the safety car's really lagging there.
He might have just done it because he couldn't deal with it.
Couldn't hack it.
If he joins, he joins.
Yes, that is true. Taylor really trying to work some temperature into his tyres here. Not easy to keep them warm in these wet conditions behind the safety car. The safety car is incredibly slow in the wet. You're going like 50, 60 miles an hour. I feel like these corners don't. The car does just not work at these speeds. Not designed for this.
It's gonna be interesting to see what happens there. Safety car race day. You've got a lot of quick drivers. Near the
Active
back,
one.
if I'm honest.
Yeah, well, should see some overtaking, and I would expect some incidents. To be honest, in these wet conditions with a fairly inexperienced lobby, I think we're going to see some incidents when people are going to go for these moves.
Oh, when you say fairly inexperienced, you've got to think there are some quite experienced drivers.
Yeah, definitely.
Wesley has joined us.
But if you look at, like,
so
some of the
Orbit,
fast
he's
boys,
been there since season 1. You got to think about that.
Active Wolf is only his 2nd season of league racing. I don't know much about all the other drivers. Lam Royale's been here a long time. So has people like the Gosgav and XM Design. People like, I don't know, Koppel's done a lot of racing, but he's incredibly young. Safety car is in this lap. Thank fuck for that. But how did XM Design get ahead of Aaron? I swear he wasn't.
I think he did the glitch. Aaron wiped an AI and went to his rear and like went in front of him and slowed him down. I did that with my mate. We're joking around. We had a safety car. I caused a safety car because I just slammed my brakes.
Anyway.
And I kind of, when he was an AI, I just slipped right in front of him. Stall first.
Taylor backing up the pack here on about 40. And he's just going to bolt at some point when he can see the safety car entering the pits. And try to create a bigger gap between him and
I feel like it wouldn't make sense for him to go now.
No, well, he'd catch the safety car too quick.
He'll go straight. I think he'll go just after he's got his car.
He's gone now.
Well, he's done it very badly because Flair's done a lot better.
Yeah, but you should be safe. Like, no DRS, half second back. You might
I'm going to say this now. I'm calling it. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, Aaron. Watch Aaron here.
Oh. Is he going to go for a move into turn 1?
He can't, if he dies, he's going to hit Orbit.
Oh, he might try to stick it around the outside though. Keeps it on track and made it stick. You've got to respect that. Great move from Aaron up into P5.
That goes down on the inside of XM here. Oh, contact!
What, back?
Or keeps it clean here. XM, I'm not going to lie to you, doesn't
look
seem
how
to
close
be
Dego is to XM Design. Is he going to go for a lunge here?
Sorry, but I don't think XM is going to be the nicest racer to him.
Kind of turns in on him there. Very good car control to not spin his JXCVR is going to go around the outside here. Braking. And he just gets ahead of the car.
Racing.
Aaron here really close behind Koppel. Koppel seems to be struggling in conditions.
Okay, I don't know why Flair's telling me this now. Rain's getting lighter in 10 to 15 minutes.
Well, that's cool, but we've got about...
inside information as it's going to be interest till the end, I heard.
Till the end. Well, okay, we've got some mixed information. Makes it slightly more interesting as Aaron is braking later than Koppel. He's about 3 tenths behind him, coming through sector 3. Really easy to lose the car.
At this rate, I'm going to say this to you right now. This safety car pack was more further spaced out than this right now.
People all Taylor has broken away.
Taylor pissed off. Taylor's gone, thank you, my tyres have worked.
Well. Look how close Aaron is here to the back of SRK Orbit.
Oh, Mini Devil's gone.
Oh, and Mini Devil's out. Oh, please don't. Can we not have another safety car? Where is he?
He's off track. Oh, it's a safety car.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Taylor's done all that just to lose. It's 2 seconds, 2.8 seconds to be trying.
That's so boring.
Safety car riddle yet again. At least it's not like that. You gotta remember, at least it's not like the last game where in tier 3 we had to do 2 races, 225s.
What is the safety car on? Is it on reduced or standard?
It's on
standard.
I was
I
told.
don't know. I often think standard and reduced are exactly the same, but we normally run reduced anyway, just to... How can I get just the
I put it on standard, like, I can't remember who told me, but someone told me.
Yeah, no, it's not a big deal.
The safety cars that happen, but dependent on the safety cars that happened in the previous tiers, you can kind of like make your decision.
Oh, I don't know that, to be honest.
But if you did a reduced safety car, the issue is if crashes and the debris still on track, and obviously damage was standard, it can still give you punctures from debris. I think that's happened to me before.
Really? I always thought that was in a simulation. You could get punctures from debris. I've never seen it. I've never had it before personally. Okay.
In all fairness, though, I've run over the debris like 5 times.
Okay. Maybe it's just a slow chance of it. Personally, I always go for reduced, but I don't think. I think we should.
Well, you can tell Taylor's now getting pissed off in the chat even.
It is already. These are a very high number.
This
of
gives you
stars.
another time to eat one of your street waffles.
Oh yeah, but I feel a bit sick now. I've had quite a lot.
Does anyone wait, Westy, are you signed into the IFC account?
I am.
I just moved that alone, but maybe put an advert on.
Can't do that.
This is better than a
I'm
safe
signed
spell.
in. Sorry.
Yeah?
No,
I
I'm
can do
not
it.
signed in that way.
Yes,
Jason can.
Wait, how?
I've
Unless you're doing it on your phone.
I might be able
laptop.
to, let me see.
Ah.
It'll take me a little while to pull it up. No, this is the only
Prime
problem. The
view,
safe card might be
Prime
going
view
in
is
once I
fine.
get it up, but we do need the money.
Yeah, yeah, I say. Actually, while we're here, because I was with Arrows sorting this out, as people have seen, there's some new ways to redeem your points. I shouldn't be saying this, but if I'm honest, but obviously you've got the normal from highlight the message from modify the emote, but we've now got a couple. We've got 7 new. Unfortunately, I think 2 of them involve Westy. One of them involves Dan.
What?
So we've got 5k points. If you redeem that, you have to redeem that. You say which commentator you want to stream it, and then say so that commentator has to
They
scream it
will
down the
scream
mic.
it. I'm gonna run an ad if you don't mind, Kofi.
Yes, I mean the Twitch Prime viewers, you're lucky. You'll be able to see this, and the subs. With
Just
also with
redeem Sue.
I've only got one, so I'm doing it. Yeah.
The ad is
So
already
for another
rolling.
5k points.
The ad's rolling.
Yeah, well, the Prime viewers, here you are. This is why 5k points you can redeem for a track fact. So this is kind of going to put some more pressure on commentators like me. Marcus, screw you.
Track
Mercedes
fact.
are only one at Russia.
That's a good track fact. Good
Go on, track fact. Go on.
Basically, it puts more pressure on the commentators that they need to learn the tracks they're
Guys,
commentating.
do you not know track? Yes.
No, I literally copied that. That was the intention. I copied and pasted them off
streaming this
website.
race at 8:28. Okay, I didn't come with any track facts. Okay.
That's true. Kofi, you should know track facts. Come on, I'm putting you on the spot
Why
here.
do I know? Studios is the one with the booklet.
Oh, this track has the same amount of elevation as Esteban Ocon.
Okay.
Track facts.
Here we are. Another thing is, so
Oh,
for 7.5k
No more track
points
facts.
in tier 1. Aww.
Safe's got in
Screw
this
track
lap.
fact, this is not. Well, while we wait for Taylor, quickly, because Taylor's an AI, ain't handy for him. For 7.5k points, 7.5k points.
Dan only.
Yes, tier 1 Dan only. Dan will do his best higher on stream if he's
Jesus,
commentating. Tier 1 only.
They're
For Westy
away.
to sing a song.
They are going, Kofi.
We're away.
Taylor's got a good enough restart to hold the lead. But Aaron and SRK Orbit going to be going side by side here. Down towards turn 1, using the battery. SRK Orbit gets his nose
Aaron's
back
going to
ahead.
probably break really late.
Oh,
Get a
as
super
Popples
clean
breaks
move
very
down
late,
the championship
goes over the
round,
curb.
except it's not.
JXCVR running right, but he's made it back up to P6. And Aaron is ahead. And we'll now be facing down P3. His academy friend? Oh no. I don't know if you know.
Oh, damn it.
know each
Well,
other.
I'll do it quickly. Marcus, track fact. You're still at this track. Simple, done, sorted.
Wow.
Let me just quickly say
I'm
about
slow at
the.
every track, not this one. So,
Do you just say about the ones including me and Dan? We'll make it so it's not just tier 1. You can do it as long as me or Dan are commentating. So.
Yeah, the tier 1 is for the singing. And then the tier 1 only, Westy has to do a talk in a singing voice for a certain amount of period.
I have a question.
For the 20k, you can make Westy become absolutely serious and do the top notch country like he's trying to take a shit, pretty much.
I have a
You
question.
don't have to drive that.
How do you get these points, and what does it give us when we
Watching.
spend the points? Does it give us anything?
So it doesn't
doesn't give us anything, but it-
us anything, but basically you get them by watching the streams. So if
And
you go to
also, yeah,
you gotta watch.
So it encourages people to watch, basically.
yeah,
and
it
also-
encourages people
Okay.
to watch and spend points. For
Watch the stream, please.
100k,
You're gonna get some points.
yeah,
I
100k
also-
points.
As well, you can do the polls and then you get your
Yes, more
you
points.
You can do the
for
polls. and you get more
gambling. And
Yeah,
also for
basically.
100k points, you can spectate a driver of your choice for 2 laps.
Doesn't matter what else happens. If it's a massive crash, you still have to stay on that one driver.
Okay.
And,
I have
at
like
the moment,
100k points on my account. Which is the most of anyone as far as I can figure out. I've not found anyone with more than me.
I'm on
I've got
40k at the
18K,
moment,
don't
but
watch the races come up.
I've
always
lost
just-
a couple bets.
I always just put it on. I don't necessarily watch it, but I always have it on.
I mean, if I'm honest with you, your IFC racing do have
Oh
unlimited.
fuck, Aaron's very close. Go on, Aaron.
Anyway,
No,
back
these
to
are
the
both my
race
boys.
because
This is a 6-lap shootout. with
you know what would have been
podium
perfect right
positions.
now is someone to redeem 100k points to put on JJ when he was on the mediums.
Oh, is he gonna go down the inside
Aaron
here?
down the inside. Can he hold it? No, he can't.
Zergan holds it around the outside, but he's gonna have the racing line for the left-hander. He has plenty of racing room. Lovely. I love to see some respectful racing between my academy members. And Aaron is past Logan and needs to close down. Actually, no, he doesn't. But is he going to be able to close down for the lead? He's 4.2
But I would say it's
seconds
now
off.
also from third. Oh, hang on, actually.
Where's the
First,
redeem
second-
track fact? I don't have any more track facts.
Shame. You gotta
Um,
think of one.
Okay, can I make one up? Oh,
No,
I've got a track
okay.
fact. This is in the top 3 shittest tracks on the game. It is an absolutely
No, it
terrible
has-
track, and it is
It has to
abhorrent
be
to
a proper.
drive.
It has to be a proper one. And
That is a proper one. And whoever
No.
picked it,
It's-
I'll be
it's-
adamant, I don't know who it was, but
okay.
whoever picked it, I don't forgive you.
I think I know this. It's only one of the tracks left in the F1 calendar to have a 31 mile per hour speed limit. I think.
Yeah, 37.
37.
So it's 31. All right. Never mind.
It's 37 in the game.
Where's-
The game
oh,
might be
hang on,
wrong.
good.
The game might be wrong, but it's 37 in the game.
Yeah, because they've had updates and ports to the IRL.
To be fair, lots of things in this game are very much just wrong. A lot of the track layout and late braking from JXCV almost hits in the back of SRK orbit. Bit twitchy on the exit
Canada's
there.
a great example of that, I have to say. Canada, the chicane, or the first chicane just after turns 1 and 2. Normally it would be very curved, so much easier to get around, but it's pretty much 90-degree corners in the game, so it makes it much harder.
Yeah, also in
Aiden?
Jeddah, they invented a DRS straight. Yes?
Yeah, they did. You've got
No,
work to do.
Kopi... No, Kopi's not a viewer. Kopi isn't a viewer, Kopi's
No,
a commentator.
Aiden, you've got something to do.
It's what it is. Yes, perfectly fine.
Now, let's go back to the race. JXCV
Yeah, back
following
to the race.
Koppel at genuinely 2 tenths of his whole first and second sector. You can tell he's getting very frustrated, stuck behind him. Aaron has been closing down VRL Flair. He's also made a big... He's made massive gains on Taylor.
Aiden!
This counts as
Jakes,
bullying.
you gotta try to go down
No,
the inside of
this
orbit.
counts as bullying.
Obviously.
If you want, you can go and rewind the stream and hear me say
Aiden, no, come on, you gotta do it again.
No.
Let's go to the commentator roles.
Aiden, come on.
I'm never commentating a race again.
Come on,
Hey,
Aiden.
Someone
lads.
spun!
Dago,
Dago,
go!
someone spun! Dago, no! No, Dago, no! Oh,
Ian,
he's
come on,
absolutely-
where's the suit? Where's the suit?
There is no suit. You had...
Where's the suit?
No.
Come on.
Can I donate 5k myself and that counts as like, it counteracts
No.
the suit?
No.
No.
What about
gotta
let
do
him
it.
off and just let him type it in chat?
No, you gotta say it.
I'll
Sorry,
type it in
Aaron's
chat.
just got past Flair.
There, suit. Oh, my bad. Aaron's got past Flair, and he's made big gains on Taylor.
Oh
That
Jesus,
was
hang on.
4.2.
Hang on, sorry,
Jake
4th to 6th
CVR.
there, massive fight. And even behind them. There's still, it's massive, this last bit is just so bunched up. I feel so bad for Lamb's AI. Birthday.
JXCVR.
Don't do God's sake. Ah.
Oh, JXCVR hits the wall! And there's... Oh, big
Whoa,
crash behind
dude.
us off of XM Design. He has lost his entire front wing. XM
It's a
Design...
safety car.
Oh, for fuck's sake, man.
Right, lads, I've caused enough chaos for a day. I'm gonna go.
Yes.
Also, some insight into why I suddenly went straight on. My wheel disconnected, which was wonderful.
Oh,
Told you.
Right.
He
I
joined the
didn't see
call.
it.
He's joined it. Except mine's a lot worse because Aiden clipped it as well.
It was a funny clip.
And I still
Yeah.
I got the moment
My
that
wheel
season
disconnected, I
two.
went straight forwards, and I came back as I hit the wall. It was not fun. But yeah.
Yeah. That's my best favourite thing. Screw my driver of the season for season 2. Season 3 tier 2 driver moment of the season.
Just
Yeah.
everyone, a round of applause. The safety car has kind of diluted it. We're going to get like, what, 2 racing laps maybe? I guess it'll be a bit of a duel between Aaron and Taylor.
It's gonna be a penalty race, isn't it?
Well, JXCVR
He's
is in
got
a great spot
yeah.
for the podium here. Everyone else
So
has
hasn't
got
he
quite a
got a
lot of
pit?
pace.
Has he not got? Yeah, he's got a pit. He's got no front left end
Oh
pit.
shit, yeah, I forgot. He hit the wall, didn't he?
So unfortunately, he's going to be dropping all the way
Wait,
down.
but will he
to
pit?
the-
Will he pit? He might be better off not pitting.
Ha! XM's out.
Oh, XM was fucked. He does pit. He's got no.
So
It's got no front left wing.
he's going to be
but
dropping down all the way to 11th.
He might have been.
He's going to be
Because the
last.
damage in the wet isn't so bad, and he's got no pens. I don't know. Maybe he wouldn't. Maybe he's made the right decision, but it was a hard one to make. I wouldn't have been so certain to pit.
If I'm honest with you, I would think it'd be good to pit now. It would have made sense to pit then. Fresh Inders, they would have blitzed.
I think you massively overestimate.
There goes on the
difference.
wets.
It doesn't look very wet to me. It was wetter about
Unless
5
he,
laps
fair
ago.
enough, unless he can't control himself in this wet weather. In this intermediate weather.
That doesn't mean it will be easier on the wets. That's not how it works.
Could we have,
We won't have more grip on
Abu
the
Dhabi
wets.
all over again? For Tier 2, Season 2 Abu Dhabi. Can we have it all over again?
Can we let the lap
There'll be
bars
one
back
lap of racing.
up?
I'm talking IFC season 2. Yeah, I wish.
Ah, mate, season 4. We had hella seasons, mate.
I've been there since what okay, you will know then. What round was Zandvoort in season 1?
Oh, I need to
Round
remember
3.
I'm trying to remember my own races. I think
Bahrain, Brazil,
Fuck.
Zandvoort, remember?
wasn't there Austria in between? I could go back and have a look, but
Haven't we done?
sorry, I can't hear you, Kobe, man. Oh, Kobe's left the party.
Oh, I'll fill in. Don't you worry.
Okay, that's a bit odd. It was mid-sentence as well there.
Who knows? Probably just lost. When he comes back,
It's
I will.
fourth, yes. I was right. Austria was in the middle there. Marcus always remembers. Marcus remembers all bits of IFC history almost
Oh,
categorically.
how have we noted that there goes to the west?
We did note that, and
What was this?
there's a bit
Right,
of
nothing.
confusion. So, Kopi was saying Dego may have been struggling to control his car. However, it doesn't really mean just if it is interconditioned, the tires with the most grip will be inters. It will be harder to control on the wets. So he's got to. I see where the thinking is. Sorry.
The rain is slowing now.
I'm just saying the thinking is a bit wrong, especially as it looks like the rain is very much lightening up now, doesn't it? 5 seconds for
100%.
Active Wolf, and Active Wolf has done 4 pit stops this race. It's not gone how he imagined it going, did it?
No, I'm looking back at the race now and thinking I could have got points here still, but yeah, it's not
It
good.
is what it is.
I had enough. It was not.
You're
not
only a
fun.
reserve. It's not your championship.
Exactly.
How's Active
Exactly.
Wolf?
And
Has he got damage? Oh, this is not a camera angle to see. Can we get a good camera angle, please? Cameraman, thank you. He's got no wing! He's not just got a bit of wing damage. He could not have more wing damage, Active Wolf.
oh,
He's actually,
That
he's driving a
sums
Formula
up his
Rookie
race,
car.
doesn't it? It sums up his race.
Car looks very funny with no front wing.
It does, doesn't it?
Oh wait, hopefully we have a thrilling duel for the lead here between IFC Tate and Aaron D123. Oh, I am cheering for Aaron because he is my driver. Who do you want to win here?
Orbit.
Rusty dog.
It's not going to happen, but Orbit. But
It's not really what I meant, but
no, I would like Taylor to win. Yeah, my
Okay.
ex-teammate, of course, from last season.
Taylor's
I
a
want him to
popular
win.
person in the server as well. People like Taylor. He's a known member of the community. I don't know. Aaron's not so talkative. Excellent
No.
has left the server again. He'll be back. Is it in this lap? I don't know. It won't really be a big difference, but Aaron does have
Will be
slightly
in this
fresher
lap.
tyres
Oh, Kofi
as
sent
well.
me a message.
Oh,
Oops.
so he's saved got his in this lap. Taylor already backing up the pack.
He knows how to do this. He's done this about 50 billion times already this season
Yeah.
alone. He knows exactly how.
He is a seasoned pro.
Again, I always choose 50 billion as my number. I don't know why. Every single time. I over-exaggerate and I say 50 billion.
I don't know if I have such a number, but he's definitely done a lot more than I've done in league races, that's for sure. Just in IFC alone. Coming through sector 3, taking it nice and slow, trying not to lose all the temp in his tyres, weaving around a bit. Obviously in the wet, the operating window of the inner tyres are much lower than the slicks, as he looks like he has gone now. Aaron has kept a good gap here of about half a second, but it is not optimal as has he got a good exit out of his last corner, about the same as Taylor, and they've got 2 laps of racing. They are going to be absolutely dumping the battery at every opportunity here. It is going to be Aaron versus Taylor here over the next 2 laps. No mistakes for Taylor if he wants to get this win. It is in his hands in these intermediate conditions. As he goes a little bit, as he goes deep into turn 1, I wonder if he's got a warning from that. He's really pushing the limits of the grip coming through. Is this turn 4? Turn 3? Turn 3. We're going to call it turn 3.
Turn 4.
Turn 4. Where's turn 3 then?
There's 2 is a slight kink after 1. And 3 is the long 180 degree.
But no, 1 is on the straight. 1 is the little right hand.
Oh yeah, 1
straight.
Sorry, yeah.
So is that 4 then?
Yeah.
Okay,
saying,
anyway.
Yeah, that was 4.
It's not particularly relevant. JXCVR incredibly close to the back of the Haas in front, but he's going to be really struggling to overtake in these conditions, even with a massive tyre advantage of 13 lap fresh intermediates. Plus, he just seems to have the pace on most of the field today. Aaron and Taylor have already dropped the little flare. 2.5 temps.
Actually, just saying, Orbit will probably get that 5 second removed. He clipped it, and I was in the party at the time, so we could get a podium here. Exactly.
In a great spot for P3, isn't he? So look, it's just really difficult trying to get the car turned in, and this is where I don't know if everyone uses auto gears down here, but you get a big advantage from using manual gears in wet weather. Just the ability to choose your gear. It's almost a second now of a gap between Aaron and Taylor. He's struggling to keep pace as we're on to the last lap. This is the last opportunity for Aaron on this lap, and he's just nowhere near him. Almost a second back now. Doesn't look like he's going to be able to make a move on Taylor unless Taylor makes a mistake here. And Taylor is keeping it very clean at the moment. Great driving from Taylor. Similar ERS levels, and there's only a couple sectors left as he rounds turn 4. Yellow's in sector 3. That is for Active Wolf. He's on the softs for some reason. Not having a great time.
Yeah. Dego's got another penalty. He's struggling a lot, and he's actually hardly gaining time on Land Royale. It could be that he loses points to an AI.
Potentially. But, you know, let's not focus on that. Let's have a look. SRK Orbit, incredibly close. JXCVR has gone down the inside of the Haas here into the start of sector 2 as he runs a bit wide, and Chili Man is taking advantage of it, and the Haas has lost it, and he has lost his front wing in the process. Looked a bit startled there by the arrival of the...
Something happened to... It's all gone wrong, hasn't it? It's all gone wrong.
And Aaron is, unless there is a mistake from Taylor, he is not going to be able to challenge this win, as Taylor has really not put a foot wrong this race, I would say. Controlled it, got P2 on the grid, would have wanted pole. Little weave there, little victory weave even before the last couple corners. And he's going to round the last corner. He's controlled this race from start to finish. A brilliant drive from IFC Taylor as Aaron spins across the line to take P2. I'm not sure what the penalties will do. Oh, Koppel's dropped down massively. I didn't see that.
Yeah, no front wing.
Oh, as JXCVR takes P3 by 4 tenths to FRL Flair. P5 for Rambo, 6 for Edogan, 7 for Chili Man, 8 for Orbit, 9 for Mr. Rombapart, and 10 it will be for the AI of Lamoyal, who will actually beat the Gozgav in the end. Jesus. Impressive drive from Taylor, very strong wet weather pace in the end, and he was just in control for the whole race, it seems. Never really put a foot wrong. Congratulations to Taylor and the other 2 podium sitters. I think Taylor takes an incredibly commanding lead of the championship now. Even though we're only 4 races in, he seems to have run away with it already. Maybe IFC Heroes will consider moving him up, like we've all said. Anyway, any final thoughts on the race, Westy Dog?
I mean, it was a tough race. To finish it was an achievement. I couldn't complete it. So, yeah, these drivers have been through a lot in this race. They've had to fight a lot of bad weather and some bad driving as well throughout it. So, to get to the finish is a massive achievement. But these three on the podium really deserved it today.
Yeah, well done all the drivers who participated. Well done to the top three in particular, as they definitely seem the strongest on track today.
Also, Rambo qualified in P20, finished in P5. I think he had a quali ban, didn't he?
He did, yeah. Didn't take part in qualifying, but showed strong pace throughout the race. Gotta respect that. Chizu was unlucky in his incident that took him out. I think he was a bit eager to make the move, and that cost him dearly. Do we do interviews? I don't do interviews. You do interviews? Oh, anyway. Wesley's gone offline. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everyone. We'll see you tomorrow for Tier 4 and 3. For the same track again. I will not be your commentator, and I have no idea who will be, but I'm sure it'll be a great race, and you should all definitely tune in once again. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you tomorrow.